Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I know I took a really long break. I had a lot of personal things come up with injuries and rehab, and I lost motivation for a while. So I know it's been a long time since I even made a video. And then even then, majority of the time I was doing, as you can see, a lot of body work and stuff like that. I ended up getting Origin Type 3 wide body kit, kind of pushing along with the build and stuff like that, and ended up picking up a Sabon carbon hood for dirt cheap. I mean, I pretty much just traded my old beat up steel hood, and the guy wanted it. He said he's a metal guy so he could fix it, and the only thing wrong with this is it's just sunburnt out here in that Arizona heat. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, the main point of this video is I wanted to go over, I guess, a lot of the key points and how I relocated my battery. I noticed there's a lot of different ways a lot of people do it out there, and yeah, I just figured right now I'll just do a quick update before I jump into that. So as you guys are seeing right now, we finally got the car painted a little bit. The front Sylvia wide body fenders and stuff like that. We still have the OEM bumper too. I do want to get an aftermarket one and some side skirts, paint those, put that all together. But yeah, I got tired of seeing it like a POS. So when I opened my garage, so I decided I was going to do mainly a lot of body work when I got back into it and stuff like that, and get this thing looking nice. So I'll be a little bit motivated when I open it up, and now I'm finally starting to work on all the parts that I got sitting over here on the shelf and stuff like that. And one of them was the battery relocation kit that I got. I ended up piecing a lot of it together. But like I was saying a minute ago, keep getting sidetracked. As long as I was saying a minute ago, there was a lot of people I noticed that did their battery relocations like different ways. Some of them pretty ghetto and raunchy, and then some of them like, pretty nice. So I took a little bit from everybody's methods and stuff like that. And kind of also from like professional race cars and stuff like that, like how they would do it. So I just figured I would kind of show how I did my battery relocation the proper way. I think it looks really clean, tucked, and everything's legit. So as you can see, starting off right here, no battery. I am gonna eventually patch these holes, because obviously we also need this make room for the RB over there whenever we route the intercooler piping and stuff like that. One's gonna go on that side, one will be on this side. But yeah, eventually I'll patch all these up. It's mainly just a lot of surface rust. Unfortunately, I didn't record the process of where the spot welds are for taking this tray out, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, this tray is annoying. I know there's a spot weld here, and some of the spot welds, whoever did this before tried to get it out but didn't successfully get it out. So there was a spot weld here. I think there's two of them, because we had to really mess this up to get it out. I used some spot weld cutters. They didn't really work too well, so I had to drill some of them out. Me and my brother were working on it, and he was mainly working on this. But yeah, there was spot weld here, and here, and I think there was these were already damaged when we pulled it up, but I'm pretty sure those are spot welds too. That's why I said someone tried to take that before. The best thing I would think of to find these spot welds when you're removing that is use like a paint stripper or something like that. I mean, because if you sand it, or like you might get away with a wire wheel too, but like mainly if you sand it, you're gonna smooth it flush with the metal. Trying to say, like, so like if you paint stripped it, you would actually be able to see like where the tack weld is, a little bit of the burnt circle and everything like that, versus if you sanded it, you would probably completely make it just pure metal, and then it's going to be hard to find. So I definitely recommend paint stripping. I believe that's, yeah, I got it over there. It worked okay. Still didn't work to the best of its ability, and we still had to hunt, so you're going to have fun with that. But one of the first things to the battery upgrade, and you can see all the pictures. I mean, if you follow the Instagram page, you'll be able to see more in depth, like I said, like I've always said, like pictures of all this stuff like that. So got the power distribution block over here, and then I actually technically wanted to tuck it like somewhere way up under here, but obviously the power cord that goes straight to the starter and all that, I mean, if you want to strip it out and run it there, you can, but I didn't want to do all that right now. I might do that eventually with the RB, or when I eventually tuck these underneath the glove box, I'll end up doing that as well. So, but for now, you know, I just did a nice little clean route from here up under here. It's not touching anything. It has a huge arch, so that's pretty good. It has a lot of clearance. It's not rubbing or anything like that. And also a lot of these I'm gonna reroute. I need to pull this up, make it look cleaner in here, but yeah, that's all future stuff. But yeah, so like I was saying, ran it up there. Figured right here would be like the cleanest part to, I guess, tuck that power distribution block. As you can see, it shows a little bit, but not too bad. And then yeah, you had the starter, alternator, and all those wires too. Yeah, everything that I did for these, all the wires and everything like that, I actually used one of those terminal lug crimping tools. Let me see. One of these bad boys right here. They're like 20 bucks or whatever like that. You put it in there, it gives a nice little dimple indention, and it folds the copper lug terminal too, and you just hit it with a hammer. So that's more of a professional way to do it. I've seen other people take punches and other random stuff to beat them down, but yeah, so I used that. We heat shrinked all of it and then rewrapped a lot of the harness and built it. So I tried to tuck it and reroute it as proper as I can to make everything look all professional and clean. So yeah, like I was saying, power distribution block. I left a little gap here so it can move a little bit. Then I took it over here, routed it up on here on the wheel well arch. I had to make a couple extra holes to help get this into place. I've seen some people, they either ran it like through this grommet here or underneath. I saw one guy do it right through here in this rubber grommet. It still left all the rubber. It's probably hard to see because it's all black and I taped this black so it won't show, but there's a rubber grommet here. I kept it intact, just cut it to allow it to get over there and run it all the way through there. And this comes out back over here before I forget. Might be hard to see because I use black primer. I'll show the before and after, but in order to tuck this on here, you have to actually cut this weird arch that comes out. Let me see if there's one on the other side. Yeah. So this arch right here on the other side too, it'll definitely like rub the wire and it sticks it out and pushes it out and stuff like that. And same with this, it's hard to tell because I painted over here, but this tab too and stuff, it raises everything up and gets it all weird. So you have to actually, I did a relief cut on this side, obviously with the angle grinder, and I smoothed this all the way down, and I did a relief cut. Yeah, let's see if I can get it. Okay, yeah, a little bit right there, beat it flat, so it'll allow this to actually sit nice and smooth and then be able to transition into here really well. And then I shaped it down, beat it down a little bit, and kind of shaped this. So if you have a sledge, same thing with the battery tray too. If you have a sledge and a nice little sledge and maybe a pry bar and stuff like that, like these things definitely come in handy. And of course you can get a cheap sledge that will probably only work good enough for the job like mine did, and then I had to put some nails in it. But that and a pry bar definitely will help you with the battery tray, and then of course shaping this and then using some files and stuff like that, or a smooth disc if you have it. But yeah, I forgot to also mention that whenever we were back over here on this side of the car, that in order to route this, yeah, you have to get rid of this. So that's a key part if you're going to route it this way. Open these. And also that one guy that was talking mess about these panels, saying that it was gonna rot off after a while. I mean, it slightly did a little bit. This little bubble right here is the same bubble that I've always had, but it's really still the same. And that's out here in Arizona. I've ran this car daily out here for about 3 years, and then in California, going through Cali and Arizona heat for another 3 years, and it still lasted. I'm gonna eventually redo those actually, and I want to kind of put piping in here to cover a lot of this fray. But yeah, if you hadn't seen that video of my door panel ones, I think it's like my biggest video on this channel. That method actually works really well, and this is just proof right here. So both sides are good. But back onto the relocation. So I ended up pulling it there. That's where it came out of, right behind the ECU. It'd be hard. I don't know if I'd be able to get it in there with a light. Let me see if I can get y'all in there. But yeah, that's out over there where it'll come out of. Me and my brother did this just so we don't mess up the cables or anything like that. So it's good to have one guy over here on this side feeding it through, one guy over here feeding it through, so you don't cut up or mar up the wire a little bit. But it'll come right over there. I leave it some slack so it'll tuck right behind all that stuff. So it comes through there. It goes right through here underneath this this little hump right here for the seat. I was a little bit weary about maybe some rubbing points right here. I still might cut a little tubing or something like that and put it there, but I ended up putting like the hard plastic wire loom around here, so it's pretty good all around there. So it should be pretty protected, and I might actually, depending on how this thing bounces around and wiggles around and stuff, I might secure it a little bit better with maybe something else. And then it comes up through here. So yeah, then it comes up through there. Get in here. And then I followed this other harness right here and just kind of tied it along that. Ran it up the arch. Left it a little bit of some gap here too. I might add another zip tie right here. I didn't want it super tight to rub because I also ran it right through this little hole right here. I might debate on moving it through the big one or the little one. I know some people just cut it out altogether, but I just left it for right now. But yeah, I ran it through here. Of course, put the hard wire loom. I'll be monitoring it, see if it rubs or anything like that. But yeah, I ran it up here on this arch. And then finally comes out through there and ends up at a circuit breaker. A lot of people use fuses and stuff like that. I saw actually better for it, and I can actually just kill the whole car right here, the whole power just right that, without even having to disconnect the battery. Of course, those are all crimped with the tool, heat shrunk, nice and professionally done. Yeah, a lot of people use fuses. I saw a lot of professional race cars, and a lot of other people like to use these. I did notice and read, if you use like 100 amp and lower, like it's not even enough to power the car. If you use 200 and up, it'll, I believe some people said like their car would catch on fire, or like basically too much power. So I heard 150A to 180 amps was good enough. And I have 150, and I haven't had any problem yet. I'll turn it on, as you'll see in a little bit. And yeah, it starts the car up good. Everything's powered good. Then of course I have quick disconnect terminals, and I like those a lot better than just your regular ones that you tie down. I can easily just take them off if I don't want to cut the power there, and I can pull it off. The ground, I just simply ran right here. There's this free bolt that's just here, so I stripped the metal around and put it there. A lot of people actually mount their battery box right here. and then just route your ground over on here on the spare tire one. But me, I don't know, I kind of like it right over there, in case also if something happens and gets smashed, it's not going to ruin the car there. And all this tucked pretty decently and nicely. Of course, left some loose stuff there too. And of course, this runs right over the circuit breaker. So this stuff's over here. And then of course I have the cover over there. But yeah, there's a lot of talking, just trying to catch up. I could have just made a video of all that, but a lot of it's really just little tedious stuff. It's just routing it and figuring all that stuff out, where it goes and stuff like that. And I'm still gonna do a little trial and error and stuff like that. Like I was saying, I left it a little loose here too, so it shouldn't rub. So I'll definitely secure that a little bit better. And now I can piece my interior back together. It should tuck pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna put all my interior back together though. So like I always wanted like this rear half to be metal, especially whenever I freshly paint it, stitch weld all this stuff and whatnot. I saw one person, he did for this back seat area right here. You can actually get like another carpet area, and I might do that. Maybe put some subs and speakers there. So I'll keep these. I'll keep this one right here. So all this will be fully furnished to the front, all the way up to like this borderline. And all this will be stripped and painted, stitch weld, just to show some fabrication metal work. I might even make a plate to cover all this, so it's just completely flush, not this empty hole and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick video. I'm still trying to get some of this body work done too. I'm hoping I can get my rivets in, then take these Clecos out so then I can shoot this on. I still don't like this ugly fitment. Still working on the body work right now, so that's taking up a lot of my time. I just wanted to update you guys and do a quick video of my battery relocation route. I think that one's the best method, especially if you're going for that really clean tucked look. It definitely, but yeah, if you guys are going for that really clean tucked look, obviously I think this is the best method or route to go to. It'll sit like perfectly nice underneath everything. I might just have to just Dremel a little bit out right here at the bottom corner over here on this panel just to make it sit really nice and perfect. But yeah, I'm definitely happy the way this came out. And finally, one last update. Let's check out this tuck job, see how well it sealed up. Look at that. Can't even tell anything happened. No wires. Nothing exposed. Didn't even have to cut any of the trim. Tucked it all really good. And if I was to put back seats, interior back, you couldn't even see that battery at all. You wouldn't even know unless you looked under the hood. But yeah, now that's a tuck job right there. Video. I hope it helps some of you guys out. I did a lot of research with the best route to do this, so I think this is the most proper, cleanest / safest route to go. I mean, like I said before, of course, eventually all this will get changed whenever I tuck the whole harness and stuff like that. But yeah, we're still slowly moving along with the car. I'll definitely start getting some more videos in there, especially when we start getting the RB going and the big brake kit. I'm actually buying the last pieces for that, and subframe bushings and stuff like that, doing all that. But sorry for the absence. I just needed a little time away. I got unmotivated and stuff like that, but my brother moved out here with me, so he'll definitely be helping me build this thing. He got me pumped back into it, and some of my good friends out here got me pumped to get the body work going, paint the car and stuff like that. So next time you probably see the video, the front end will be completely on again, and yeah, we'll be jumping on one of those other big projects because I got to clear a lot of this space over here. I got parts for days. A lot of this stuff I bought years ago and just never got to doing it. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. I hope this helps y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one.